I just want to talk about these two buttons, the 7 and 8 buttons, which is M1 and M2. Again, these sometimes can be often overlooked, but are quite useful when you want to add some other kind of effects into how you play back, especially on live playback. What these do, you can actually store presets from the main mixer into M1 and M2. So for example, let's select a standard synth sound. And we move on to the mixer here. What I'm going to do is move on to the equalizer, and you can hear how the equalizer can change the timbre of the sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to almost remove all the lows and move the mids down and just play this on the highs, and I'm going to store that setting into M1 key. So I'm just going to press M1. It says memorize. So what I'm going to do now is just adjust these parameters so that while I've got my finger on the M1, these parameters so they're at the setting that I want for M1. So I'm going to bring the low up, the mid up, the high up, and that should have memorized it into M1, as you can see. And then I'm going to take another setting on M2, where I'm going to bring the lows fully up, the mids fully up, and actually drop the highs. So basically you can see the three settings: the normal setting where all the lows, the second setting on M1, and the third setting on M2. There's other things that can be affected using the M1 settings as well. If we change the drive, for example, you can see that I've now registered in M1 a different drive setting. So, just one point, you do have to be on the in the mixer section for the M1 and M2 keys to work. If you're in the synthesizer, then you'll just recall the patches that are actually loaded in, just same as the other 6 keys into 7 and 8.